So Reva right now is going to, and those of you, if you are new to us, Reva Flood is amazing. She has been sewing for so many years and is such a wealth of knowledge. Whenever I have a question, I just reach out to Reva and I'm like, help Reva, how do I do this? And she always knows. So right now, she is going to take you through the new Brother Sublimation printer and the new PrintModa. Both of these things are new. They really sort of expand our sewing and quilting crafting. It's pretty exciting. So Reva, what do you have to show us?
Well, I have some really fun stuff to share today. This is the PrintModa. And then over here hiding, I have the sublimation printer. So we're going to start talking about kind of the general, how both of them work. Let me show you the app. So this is the app. This is the, you got it? There we go. So this is the Artspira app, and this works with the printers, it works with Scan and Cut, and it works with the embroidery machines from Brother that are Wi-Fi capable. So in here, it has different projects. Every week, they give you more projects and designs that you can use. So if you have a Wi-Fi enabled machine, whether it be a Scan and Cut, an embroidery machine, or one of the printers, then you can take advantage of this content. But what I want to do real quick is I want to go in and show you how we'll just print something up really quick. So I'm going to come in here, and across the top, I want to choose printing because I'm going to print. And I just want to do print editor. It asks me what size. I'm just going to say done, just so that way I can get in there and print something real quick. And I want to choose a pattern, and let's pick, I don't know, something cute. What is this right here? Oh, candy. Hey, that's kind of a sweetheart kind of a thing. So I'm going to say, okay, that's good. And I want to say, okay, and then done. And it asks me if I want to save. I don't really want to save it, but this is going to be able to print. So I'm going to go ahead and touch print, and okay, it wants to verify that I have enough fabric in there or enough material. So now here's the cool thing about, oh, somebody's not awake yet. Okay, well, we'll go on. Best laid plans, right? Okay, so let's talk about what this printer is. This is a fabric and a standard printer. So this will be able to serve all your needs at home. It is an inkjet printer, but it does wide format. So it can print 11 by 17 paper. It can print things on a larger scale, but it also will take a roll of fabric. So you can print continuously on a piece of fabric, just like I did right here with the puppy dogs. This is all the fabric. Now the fabric itself is a high quality, really nice, densely woven fabric. And so it has a really nice hand to it. But look at how bright and beautiful those colors are. So we can print on our rolls of fabric. Right now, in the printer, I have a roll of paper. So you can actually print on paper too. So if you want to do something for a science fair or something like that, and you want a continuous banner, you can do that as well. So now there's more things that it can do. So I want to share with you. I'm going to go back to the app. Like I said, best laid plans, I had it all connected, and somehow my device has kicked me out. Don't you hate it when that happens? I mean, seriously. But let's look at some cool things that we can do, because I was just going to show you how to print that paper. And actually, I can show you. I printed this yesterday. So here's one of the built-in patterns that is in the machine, in Artspira, not the machine, but in Artspira. Just so cute. And here's a photo that I took of a building in Ensenada. So just the color is absolutely beautiful. And I printed this on paper, which is a really good tip if you are testing things out and you want to see how it's going to look before you print on your fabric. Then you can just print on paper. Now, the fabric that it prints on is a woven cotton, and at this time, that's the fabric that we have. So it's not we don't print on other types of fabric. Right now, someone had asked if it prints on knit fabric, and at this time it does not have an option to print on knit. I'm not saying it won't come, but at this time we don't. Okay, so let me go back to home, and I want to say I'm going to print. Now, in here again, we're going to pick the size, and I'm just going to let it be the standard size, and I want to do, I want to show you how to make a banner. This is hard doing backwards and upside down. So I'm going to do a banner. So if you notice right here, I have this really nice banner for my son and his fiance. And yes, they did get married. It happened. It was lovely. It was a great time. So all's good. So anyhow, but this is how easy it is to make that banner. So I went into banners, and you have different categories like holidays, seasons, and celebrations. And I picked this banner right here. Now, I don't know who those people are, and I don't know who Jessica and William are, right? So I wanted to use my own stuff. So just touch create, and then I can come in here and touch the picture and tell it to change the picture. And I want to go to my image. I want to go to my photos, all photos, and my recents. And there's a nice little picture of some random people, and it has changed to those people. And then if you want to change the names, you can just touch edit, and you can change the font. You can change the color. You can change all those things right here on the app. And I actually think I want a bigger font than that, so let's go to that one. And then you would just print it out. So it's really, really super easy to use. And like I said, they add new projects every week to the Artspira app. So that's really, really cool. So that is kind of one thing that you can do in the app. And I want to show you, I'm going to cancel that because I don't want to do that one anymore. And I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back. So let's go back into new, because I want to show you something really cool. So remember I showed you this really nice picture of Ensenada. I want to do something cool, and this is a design editor. I'm going to leave just the page size the same, and I'm going to go to images, and I want to go to my photos on my device. Go to all photos is what I need to do, if it will do that for me. Come on. Well, it's oh, there it goes. Whew, my device is scaring me today. So then here is my picture of Ensenada. If I come down here enough. Oh, nope, not that far. Don't you love live TV? Okay. Here it is, right here. So here's my picture of Ensenada, but what's really cool is in this geometric, it turns it into a kaleidoscope, and then you can pick different tiles and see what the design looks like using your image. You can change it and choose something new. So that's really cool. So on this project right here on the wall, there's a big sunflower. Now this is a photograph that my father-in-law took of a sunflower from my mother-in-law's garden, and she loved sunflowers. And so this is really, really lovely. Now, the fabrics on the sides here are this picture. I used that kaleidoscope feature and created perfectly matching, coordinating fabric from the actual photograph. So isn't that fun? Just such a fun thing. Now, on this one here, I printed this photo on the fabric, but then I used, what I did before that is I did a test on just paper to see if I liked the way the photo looked, and then I was able to print that out, and then I attached it to a canvas. So that's really fun. There are projects in there, and in Artspira app, and this is one of them that you can make a tote bag. And the printer itself takes inkjet ink, and the cartridges are nice and large, and they pop right in on the front, and they're really easy to change, but they're big, so they last a long time. And the printer actually gives you the let you know if it's running low on ink. And so here's some scrap of the fabric that I showed you from the the little sunflower there. And you can see how nice that those kaleidoscopes have been created. And again, it's the exact same image for both pieces. And then once you've printed it out, the fabric actually has a beautiful hand, and it just, the color is so great. Now, a lot of people will ask, well, since it's inkjet, is it color fast? And here's a piece of my doggy, because I learned and I printed him wrong once, so I didn't change the paper size to reflect the length of my guy here. So here, for example, here's my little puppy, and with the inkjet, I have actually steamed, and I actually spilled water on it and everything, and he did not bleed, he did not run. He is just as beautiful as he was the very first time I printed him. Okay, then some other things I want to show you here is this is kind of fun. I'm just going to fold this back so you can see it a little bit better. I love that banner. It was so easy to do. But this is a really neat piece it's a vintage piece that is really pretty cool. But if you've ever had a quilt or something that had a hole in it, or where the fabric had decayed and you want to replace it, but you can't find the fabric again, use your PrintModa and print a piece of fabric to be able to repair that quilt with. It's amazing. So that will save you heartache, and it will create give you the item that you love, and it will give it new life, which is really, really cool. So, okay, so I want to show you this right here. So I want to tell you a little bit of a story first. As I'm doing that, I want to show you some other things. I talked about like a science fair or something like that, because remember, this can take the big sheets of paper, and this is upside down. This was just a regular piece of 11 by 17 paper that I printed on the printer. And so you can do it for chore charts, you can do it for whatever you want. If you have patterns that you purchase that are digital and you need to print them out, using a bigger piece of paper or a roll of paper is going to save you so much time. You're not going to have to do as much taping together. So now let me tell you my other little story, and then we're going to talk about the SP1. I have a new granddaughter, not from them, but from our daughter and our son-in-law. And she is just really, really the cutest little thing. And they live 3 minutes from us. And in fact, Grandpa is babysitting today because the kids are at work. And that's what he does when he's not working, is he takes care of the baby. And we love it. Now, here's the bad thing. Yeah, they bought some property in Idaho, so they're going to be moving probably in the spring to Idaho. Yay for them. Grandma and Grandpa are sad. However, I thought, couldn't I use this lovely printer and make a pretty little pillow of our granddaughter? Wouldn't that be sweet? And then I thought, no. I know what she looks like, but I don't want her to forget what we look like. So I made her a pillow with Grandma and Grandpa as big as life on it, so she can't forget who we are. So anyhow, so that's just some fun stuff that you can do with the PrintModa. Okay, so how did I recreate the fabric that I had to replace? Did I take a picture of it? Exactly, that's exactly what I did. In fact, I have an embroidery machine. I don't know, a lot of you may as well. So in order to get this to lay nice and flat, I put it in a big embroidery hoop to start with, so that way it was held taut, and then I had it near my window, so I had natural light, and I was able to take a good picture. And it's not 100% accurate, it's not, because it's not the original print, it's a copy of the print, so you have those variables there. However, it's amazing how much better that would be than me trying to patch it with a random fabric that, and make it up. Okay, so let's go on, and we are going to switch things over here. I'm going to say goodbye to my kids. I love them, but they've got to go away. Okay, so let's make them go away, and this is going to go away. And we're doing amazing set change. Oops. And that's going to fall down. Hold on, hold on, hold on. She moved on me. Okay. Is that going to hold? There we go. Okay. All right, it's kind of low, but you're going to get the idea. So the sublimation printer is different. It is not the PrintModa. It still uses the Artspira app to give you some good options. However, it is not inkjet. It is a special ink that is sublimation ink. Now, what sublimation ink is it's a special ink that will bond to polymer fibers and become permanent. Okay, so it actually molecularly bonds to the polymers and it becomes a permanent thing. So this is really a fun little thing. Can you see my little, here's the little, this is an oven mitt, and we're a little blurry, but there it goes. So this is an oven mitt, and it just says Merry Christmas on it. And this little t-shirt says Santa's Little Helper. And I love this one. It says Grandpa's Little Sunflower. Guess who I had in mind when I did that? But what's really nice about this is it's perfectly soft, and it's going to maintain that really bright, vivid color even through lots of washes. So I have done tons of sample testing with different designs to see how well it stays, and it will stay wash after wash after wash. And then over here, I have some other things to show you, because remember, it bonds to polymers. So if you want to do a mug, it will do a mug, and I'm going to come back to that and tell you a little bit more about how you do it on something like that. But these items right here, so like this guy, is he not the cutest little thing? This is just a little canvas board that I bought at a craft store, but I put a laminating sheet over the top of it, and then I put my sublimation piece right on top, and then I heat pressed it, and then the sublimation came out beautiful on the puppy. Wouldn't this be the cutest thing on a clipboard, right? Now this is a mouse pad. Love the mouse pad. You can totally customize that, and in the app, you're able to put in different names, so you don't have to be a graphic designer, which is really cool. Now, this one was really fun. If you have an embroidery machine, this was a hoot and a half to do, because this I stitched out on the navy blue fabric, and it's all white thread. Then I took one of the geometric patterns I had available, and I printed that with a sublimation printer, and I heat set it right on top of here. Now let's talk a little bit about a couple of more things. I want to show you a couple more little samples. This is just a little zipper pouch. Isn't that cute? Right? You look pretty today. Isn't that sweet? So that's a cute one. And this is probably my favorite one here. I went to the fabric store. Am I going the right direction? Yep. I went to the fabric store and bought some Cuddle. Cuddle is made out of polyester, and so I was able to print right on the Cuddle, and it's soft, and there's no scratchiness or anything. And then I put flannel on the back. But isn't that the cutest thing? Can you guess what my grandbaby's name is? Okay, you got it right. Okay, so, but I want to show you a couple of things. Now on the this one right here, you notice how nice and bright and lavender. I think we want to go back to the close-up camera for this, because I want to show you something. You see how beautiful the colors are. It's lavender and teal and mauve and black, right? When you print this out, you're going to print in mirror image, because it reverses. You're going to put this down on your fabric or your item, and then when you heat set it, then it is right side. So you got to print it backwards, okay? But notice how fair in color this is. That does not look like this color at all. So don't be dismayed by that, because this is correct. It will print out softer in color. So let me show you the mouse pad. Look at how different the paper looks compared to the actual mouse pad. So don't freak out. It's going to be okay. Just make sure you have it backwards. I have it upside down too, don't I? How about that? Is that better? Have it backwards, and then it will, when you press press it, it will come out. So now let's talk about, I'm just going to explain to you how the sublimation works on other products. So if you want to do mugs or tumblers or vases, anything that's hard like that, you're going to need to make sure that you purchase an item that says it's for sublimation. Because for sublimation means that they've taken, say, that mug and they put a polymer coating on it that allows it to accept the ink from the stuff. So do you need an iron or a heat press to do this? I would say a heat press, because then you're going to have even pressure all the time. You can do it with an iron, and you're going to need to be very patient. And if your iron has holes in it, that's a spot where it's not going to transfer. So you're going to need to test it out and move it around. So I highly suggest a press, and I love my press because I use it for my stuff with my scan and cut for t-shirts and all sorts of things that way as well. But it makes your life way easier. Now the other thing to know is that if you have fabric that is part polyester and cotton, that's great, as long as you at least have 65% polyester. Okay, so you want to have at least 65% polyester, if not 100%. And then when you have less polyester, it may be a little bit fairer in color. It might be a little bit lighter in color because it only attaches to polymer. It doesn't attach to cotton. Okay, so now this printer is a sublimation printer all the time. Remember, this one can do paper, it can do fabric, rolls of fabric, rolls of paper, 11 by 17 inch paper, all those things it can do. And it's an inkjet. This one only does sublimation. It has special ink that is sublimation ink, and it does use sublimation paper. You need to have sublimation paper to be able to make the sublimation transfers. So you don't have to worry about putting fabric in here, because you print on the paper and then you transfer it using heat to your surface. So that's really as easy as it is. It's really, really fun. And yes, Peggy, there is no limit to what you can do with this. And Peggy, I know you can do some amazing things with, you're very creative. Okay, so let's talk about the pricing on the PrintModa. This PrintModa is an amazing piece of technology, and you're gonna love it as an addition to your sewing room and your office. Again, it prints both fabric and paper. It's an inkjet printer. So this is regularly $12.99. It is on sale for $9.99. So really a great deal there, and it's so versatile, and you're gonna love it. So this one you're going to be able to, like I said, do just about everything with, and you can give us a call if you want to get one. We can ship this. It's 1-800-687-5175. Now the sublimation printer is really awesome. This little guy is pretty cool. He is on sale for only $399.99. So that is an amazing deal on this technology, and you can do 6 months financing and only pay like $67 a month with this little printer, and we can ship it directly to you. Now here's a little tidbit. With my embroidery and t-shirt business that I had purchased a sublimation printer, and it cost me, you're gonna have to add another digit onto what I paid for the sublimation printer I had. I would have been all over this, but I could have bought several of these for the price that I paid. But luckily, Brother has brought the technology to us, so we have these items at such an affordable, lovely price. So I know you're gonna have tons of fun with them. Other things that I did with the sublimation printer, just as an idea, is you can get blanks that are like earrings. You can also get keychains. I've made license plate covers, key tags or luggage tags. You can also do things like the car fresheners, you know, that hang in the the rear view mirror. So you can do tons of things like that. So that's lots of fun. And here's one of the sheets that I made because I put things all together on one sheet. And in here, I made some earrings with the Space Needle. And this one was a coaster. And this one was a cute little Christmas ornament for baby's first Christmas. I don't know why I made that one, but lots of fun. So you really have endless possibilities of things that you can do. So again, if you're interested in, oh, let's see, there's a question. What is the biggest size for the sublimation printer? So that's a great question, and it's really a two-part answer. The machine itself takes 8.5 by 11 paper. However, you can put things together to make it whatever size that you want it to be. So you can group things together or tile them if you would like to. So it's really, that's a great question, and that's really a fun thing. So think about either one of them. If you want to do a memory quilt using your PrintModa, perfect. You can print your photos and do it that way. But you also can take fabric like the polyester broadcloth, and you can sublimate images and make really pretty items that way too. And that's readily available at any fabric store that has multi-types of fabric. Think about the garments you could do that you could take and add designs onto the fabric before you make the garment. And both of them have replaceable ink cartridges, and it's no different really in pay. The price is the same really for any printer that you may have, so it's not overly expensive for that. So again, the PrintModa, we have this one at a special of $9.99 for the PrintModa, and this is the one that prints on paper and fabric, and it can even print on that roll of fabric and print up to 11 inches wide. You can even go 5 yards long with printing on this with this printer. And so this is the one that can replace the other printer you have at home. So don't worry about finding a new spot. Just get rid of the old one and put this in its place. And then the little one here is the sublimation printer, and it is on sale for only $399.99, and it is awesome. So if you have a creative bug, this is what you're going to want to add to your sewing room or your creating room. And treat yourself for Valentine's and be a sweetheart to yourself, and you can pick up either one of these.